Well, look at you, how awesome you look on Monday morning. You had a good weekend, I can tell. How about you? Did you have a good weekend?
I had a great weekend.
Awesome. Me too.
I went to see Cats on Friday night.
How was it?
It was fantastic.
Really?
It was perfect. And then a lot of work at the house. A lot of work. And then getting ready for my gig in Sudbury.
Yes.
Coming up next weekend. Styling wigs and picking out music and stuff.
Yeah, all that good stuff.
Yeah, what about you?
I got all my house decorated. Yeah, it took about 4 or 5 hours.
Wow.
Yeah, stopped for a little break for a little glass of wine.
Just one glass of wine?
Yeah, just one, because otherwise Mama gets all, and the snowman will end up upside down, and you know. I still have to decorate the tree and do my wrapping, and then I can chill.
Okay.
Yeah, so, you know.
Boy, oh boy, all I have to do is pack a suitcase and fly away.
I know. I'm so jealous.
I don't decorate anymore.
At all?
Well, because we're not here.
Yeah.
So.
Do you guys, do you put a tree up or anything? No, not so much. Look at him. Yeah.
I'd love them, but why bother?
Yeah, why bother?
Why bother when you're not going to be there?
Well, plus you have family here, so you go to the families for like Christmas Day and Christmas Eve, I would think.
Christmas Eve we do visiting. Christmas Day we don't do anything.
Oh, no?
Just chillax.
Chillaxing's good.
And pack.
Hey, big news this morning.
What
Nominations.
is it?
Nominations for the Golden Globes being announced as we speak.
As we speak. Oh, right, because it's like 5 o'clock in LA or whatever, and they all wake up to find out who got nominated.
So I feel like this is the start of the award season, you know? So expect an award show once a week till
They haven't announced the Academy Awards yet, have they? No, Golden Globes are first.
Yes.
Right.
Yes. And then generally the Golden Globes, as far as acting and stuff like that goes, generally leads to what's going to happen at the Academy Awards. But sometimes there are big surprises. So it's worth watching.
Another sort of, not Academy Awards or the Golden Globes, but it was the Miss Universe pageant, rather.
It was, and Steve Harvey hosted.
Did he get it right this time?
Oh.
What happened?
Well, Miss South Africa won, which was awesome. Zozibini Tanzi is her name. She was
easy for you to say.
Yeah, she just beautiful, beautiful woman. He was interviewing the contestant from Chile.
Yes.
And made a joke about the drug cartels in Chile.
What?
Yeah, so social media kind of went, what? Immediately. Yeah. And then apparently it looked like he was making a mistake, but he wasn't making a mistake because everybody's waiting for him to make a mistake, right?
Because he did that before. He announced the wrong winner.
The wrong winner. The wrong pageant winner.
Yeah.
Like kind of the most important thing that you have to do that night. But he seemingly announced the wrong best costume winner, but he announced it properly. They had placed the wrong person there.
I just thought it was really interesting that the second runner-up was Miss Mexico, the first runner-up was Miss Puerto Rico, and the winner was Miss South Africa. So you've got like 3 of Donald Trump's favorite places in the world. Mexico, Puerto Rico, and of course the coal country. They're all coal countries.
They are. Also, this was the first for Miss Myanmar, and she is the first openly gay contestant at Miss Universe.
Wow.
Yeah, so lots of firsts and lots of very exciting. This costume winner, wow, she had birds on her dress, on her arm. I know. No, but I mean like
live birds?
Like eagles. No, they look like paper mache. I don't know.
And they were on
like that big.
Oh.
Seriously. And then the thing came all the way out and very elaborate. Very, very elaborate.
Did you actually watch it?
No.
No, you just highlights.
I just saw the highlights. That's what I do.
Russia's in trouble.
Again.
So the the World Anti-Doping Agency has now banned Russia from international sports for the next 4 years.
International sports?
Yeah.
What are they competing for?
They're going to miss Tokyo Olympics. They're going to miss the World Cup in Qatar as a country. Russian athletes, this happened before. Russian
Yes, the
athletes
last
who can
Olympics.
prove they are untainted by the doping scandal can compete under a neutral flag. This has happened after Sochi. 168 athletes participated in the Winter Games in Pyeongchang. There's an Olympic picture. Yes, so, and like they took home medals and everything. But the thing is, they're not allowed to use the Russian flag, the Russian anthem, or Russian team names.
There's a training motivator, huh?
Because they wouldn't even participate in the investigation into the doping scandal. Like, they just deny.
And I wonder if that's...
Do they just cheat and everything? Does Russia just...
But they've got to... The athletes themselves must be so frustrated. Like, if they are clean and are saying, you know what, test me. I don't care. I'm clean. I'm good at it because I train my buns off. But no, then the government goes, yeah, no, we're not playing that
Why do they
game.
think everything has to get fixed for them to win stuff? They always want to, cheat.
But not all of them, I'm sure.
No, the government.
Yeah.
I say the government. I say. Wait, there's a picture I wanted to bring up. What was the picture? What was the picture I gave Michael? Knives Out. Oh, okay.
Knives.
Thank you, Michael. This movie Knives Out is playing right now.
Oh, your hair's phenomenal.
I want to go so badly. So apparently, see this picture? Can you see that, Luann? That's Jamie Lee Curtis. Okay.
Oh yes, she's awesome.
Look at above her. Do you see the thing that looks like a window frame?
Yes. Yeah.
Okay, this is the guy, he's the key grip on the movie, and what he's done is, there's so many close-ups, and some of these characters have eyeglasses, like Jamie Lee Curtis's character.
Right.
He designed that thing so that when they shoot Jamie Lee Curtis in the movie,
right,
you see the reflection of that window in her eyeglasses, so that it looks like, for her close-up, it looks like she's looking in the room where she would be looking. In other words, while Jamie Lee Curtis is looking out a window on the set, when they do a close-up shot, there's different lighting for that.
Well, sure.
So he's created a thing that looks like that window that will reflect, when he does his close-up shot, it'll reflect in her eyeglasses as though she's looking out the window.
Oh, wow.
He's got that kind of detail.
Holy.
As opposed to just seeing a light in her glasses.
Put that on your resume.
I know. His name is, he should have a name. Here it is. The guy's name is, it's funny, his name is Matt Mania. Or Mania, I guess. And he created what's called a mat.
A mat.
And they've used, so you see that, see the reflection in her glasses?
Yes.
So it looks like she's looking out that window. That's attention to detail.
Wow, that's awesome. I wonder if he came up with that idea himself.
He did so.
He did.
Yes, he did. And so I bet you that's going to be used in other movies now to get the reflection
Patent it.
Patent Matt Mania.
Yeah.
Mania.
Do it, patent it.
Hear about that banana? The banana that was a work of art that was hanging on a museum wall.
Really?
$120,000. It was a banana that was duct taped to a wall. The artist was, what's his name? Maurizio Catalan. And the piece was called Comedian. And it was a banana duct taped to the wall. $120,000.
There it is.
There it is. That was $120,000. Another artist, a performance artist named David Datuna, ate it. He walked into the gallery. He unpeeled the duct tape. He took the banana and he ate it. And he said, "Sorry, Maurizio, I respect your art, but this is a performance piece called Hungry Artist." And he ate the banana. Now, apparently...
Isn't that defacing someone's art?
You would think so, except the gallery is not at all upset because they said the installation came with instructions that the banana is to be replaced as necessary. So it's fine. They're just going to put another banana on the wall, another piece of duct tape, and it's still worth $120,000.
Does the artist have to come back in and do each banana, I wonder, to make it legit, right? Because if some
No,
broad
they're going to have a
just walks
Russian
in,
artist come in and replace it, although he won't be able to do art in Russia for the
and he
next 4 years.
can't wear any kind of flag.
And you can't eat bananas for 4 years.
No banana for you.
Then what's the world come to?
What? Seriously?
I don't
Like
know.
honest, and then I wonder if they have to hire another banana eater. You got a banana taper, you got a banana eater.
The whole thing is bananas.
Totally bananas.
I have 2 really great guests coming up. Talk about bananas.
These folks are awesome.
They're cuckoo for coconuts. No, they're actors and directors And it's Sandra Purcell and Mark Bodette from Algoma Repertory Theatre's upcoming production of It's a Wonderful Life, the radio play. It's such a great idea. It's going on at the Theatre Centre. They're going to be on the show to talk about that. And our friend Rory Ring from Chamber of Commerce is coming in. There's an initiative called She Leads, and we're going to hear all about that in the show. Plus, Luann has the news, so stay with us on this Monday morning. We'll be right back after this on Mornings with Luann and me. Okay, so it's one of my favorite films. It's a Wonderful Life. Jimmy Stewart. And what's her name?
Donna Reed.
Donna Reed. Oh gosh. Zuzu's Petals. Okay, so this is Mark Bodette and this is Sandra Purcell. Sandra's the director and Mark plays the role that Jimmy Stewart played in the film.
Yes.
What's his name?
George Bailey.
Yes, it is George Bailey. Okay, I didn't know this was a thing. It's rather than doing a stage version, this is the radio play.
Well, it is a stage version.
Does it exist?
It does
Okay.
exist, yes. So it is a stage version, but the concept is that it's the actors are in the studio in the 1940s radio studio.
So we're watching the radio cast perform It's a Wonderful Life from the audience.
Yes.
Correct. So the whole stage is set up like a radio studio.
Yes, absolutely. With the on-air applause sign, we have.
Wait, is this really a thing? Or did you make this up?
No,
This is a real thing.
It was adapted by Philip Grecian, who runs a theater company in Chicago in like 2002. He's adapted several movies into radio plays to be done this way.
So, okay, by the way, it's Algoma Repertory Theatre. Did I mention that? Okay.
No, you did
So
not.
you guys you're the founder. What do you call yourself?
Founding member, like
Founding
you
member.
and Sandra.
I know, but it wasn't my idea. It was her idea. How many productions have you done now?
This will be 4.
4.
Yeah.
The last one,
Evil Dead the musical.
Oh my gosh, were you even ready for that reaction?
No.
That's sold out.
Yeah, I did. We hoped we get good numbers. We went beyond that. It was a great
You may have to
turnout.
remount that one.
Yeah, I think so.
It was a lot of fun. It was so much fun.
Well, now what about this one? I can't imagine. It's got to be kind of freeing, I would think, as an actor.
What's amazing about
To
it
not
is
have to worry so much about blocking and stuff. To be able to just focus on the text and the voices and the character
text
work.
and the character work, and then we also have live sound effects, the live Foley. So that's headed by Tracy Hilderly. We have Chris Mazeroski and Christina Foster. The three of them are creating all of the sound effects that we need to hear as an audience to create the full live story. Then we have Stephen Gagnon Ruscio, who's creating the sound and soundscape behind
with
the music.
and stuff.
Piano,
Yes.
underneath. So like the traveling music when he's walking through the town.
I never even thought about
The
that. Of
bridging
course,
music
already.
in between the different scenes to indicate
Does it
what
come
different
with it? Does he have to
locations.
create that?
He created that all
of
by
it.
himself.
Steven, he's a genius.
Yeah.
It's amazing. So we have not only these actors in these 3 different locations, which are the mics,
Right.
creating time space differentials as to where they're going and telling this full story with all of this support behind them. It's really amazing. It's a lot of fun.
Yeah.
I was thinking it would be simpler, but now it sounds more complex because you have to make up for the fact that there's nobody
That's
moving
right.
around in costumes and stuff. It's all done with the voices and the intention and oh my gosh.
Absolutely.
So, and then you probably get some really cool things like for the sound effects, some funny things that end up making the sounds.
Oh yeah, like we Tracy and I most of the cast toyed around with like how do you make ice break and what different things can you do to make it sound authentic. So we tried a bunch of different things, and when you come to the show, you'll see what we narrowed it
came
down
up
to.
with. And you'll never believe what it is.
And the other cool thing, I know that Kevin Collar, who works as our master controller, he's in your cast.
Yes.
One of the things he's most excited about is the fact that he gets to do voice work. He gets to play a number of different characters and change his voice. Is that typical for other cast members as well? Do you have other cast members doing that?
Absolutely. We only have 2 people in the cast that are playing a singular role.
Are you one of them?
Yes.
You just George.
Yes.
George, yeah,
and then we
that's
have
enough.
Amanda Moss, who is new to theater. This is her first time on stage, except for Who Sings for Kids,
Yeah.
and she's playing Mary. So
Your wife.
Yes.
And that's kind of a cool way to get introduced to theater too, is to not get so scared, because you can actually you can look at a script if you need
Yes,
to.
yep.
And wow. Okay, children.
yes,
In the movie, they have 4 kids. Did you cast 4 kids, or did you
We
cast
have-
adults as children?
no, we have 4 kids. We have a young George Bailey, Andrew Bernice. So we also have William Foster as young
Andrew,
Harry.
I just saw him in Cats.
That's right.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Double-
he's a busy boy.
Double duty. And then, sorry, who else?
We have William Foster as young Harry. We have Avery McMillan as young Mary.
She was also just in Cats.
Yes, we have Rory Nelson, who's playing young Violet.
I worked with her in Green Gables.
Yes.
She's wonderful.
She is wonderful. She is. And then we have a young little girl, Ellie and Nercola, who's playing Zuzu.
Zuzu.
Yes.
Is her name Susan? No, Zuzu.
Zuzu.
Yeah, Zuzu. That's her
Yeah.
name. Zuzu's Petals. Oh. Okay. So now, what are the dates?
We are
When is
doing
the
it
show?
December 18th to the 21st, so next week, next
The poster's
Wednesday.
up right now. There we
Oh,
go.
Perfect.
Okay, so wait, you open next Wednesday.
Yes.
Wednesday.
And when do you run? Wednesday?
Thursday, Friday, Saturday.
7:30 p.m.
7:30.
Earlier show because
7:30
kids.
p.m.
Yes, you
Yes.
got it.
You want to be able to give the kids.
Little
Oh yeah. And for those of you who don't know the story, I mean, maybe you could tell a little bit about Mark. Tell me a little bit about the plot line.
Sure. So, George Bailey is, he's really an innocent who, as a young man, dreams of leaving his small town of Bedford Falls and going to New York City and becoming an architect and building skyscrapers and planning cities. And through the course of his young adulthood, he is dealt a series of blows that keep him tied to Bedford Falls, and he never gets to go away while all his friends do. By midway through the play, he's a battered man who faces a lot of struggles and contemplates taking his own life until he's rescued by a celestial being.
The angel.
Yes.
What's his name?
Clarence.
Who plays Clarence?
Jarrett Mills.
Do I know him?
Oh, yes, he's been in
Sioux
quite a
Theater
few...
Workshop. He's done a lot of stuff for.
Oh wait, he moved home again.
Yes.
Yes, he did.
Oh, Jarrett, I know him.
Yes.
Yes, because he moved to Toronto for a while. He's back.
Yes. Yeah.
He's a great actor.
He is.
Yeah.
He's
You
wonderful.
guys, what a great cast. How many in the cast?
19.
Yeah.
That's large.
19.
But there's 85 roles.
Are you kidding me?
No, played by 19 people.
Okay, wait a minute. I have another question. Is this set in the air? Like, is this set in radio days?
Yes, we're
Yeah.
doing it for basically around 1946 is going to be the timeline.
Does that mean you have to costume them for that?
Yes.
So it's even more complicated than I thought. It gets more and more complicated with every question I ask.
Yeah.
You have to costume in the 1940s garb.
Yes, but we have a wonderful woman, Hannah Ellis, who's doing the styling. She's just done a wonderful job.
And I would think that sound would be really important on this show too.
It's
to get all
crucial.
the.
It's
Do you have a
integral.
sound
In fact,
technician?
No, we actually Tracy Hilderly's doing
She's
that.
doing everything.
She's doing live on stage. And really interesting. Philip Grecian, who adapted it. He he said the first time they did it, he looked out into the audience and he saw people with their eyes closed, thinking they were asleep. But what they were actually doing is picturing it in radio, and then they'd open every now and then to see what sound.
Oh my gosh!
Yeah.
I can't wait for this. Okay, tell me again the dates.
December 18th through the 21st.
Wednesday through Saturday, 7:30 curtain at the Sioux Community Theater Center.
You
Yes.
got it. Yeah.
Absolutely.
Now the box office is in the station mall.
It is.
Yes.
Or
And
online.
Online is so easy.
Yep.
SiouxCTC.ca, spelled SAULT. SiouxCTC.ca. You can buy your tickets online with a major credit card.
Yep.
Or PayPal.
Yep.
Absolutely.
And choose your seats.
You got it.
Okay, so and talk about putting you in the mood for Christmas. And this seriously, bring the whole family, right?
Yes,
Yeah.
absolutely.
And bring some tissues.
Yeah, it is a beautiful story.
It really is. And it's in capable hands, Sandra. Congratulations.
you.
I can't wait to see it.
Thank
Mark,
you.
thanks for coming
Thank
in.
you.
I'll
Thanks
see
so
you on
much,
the-
Tim.
I'll see you that week. I'm not sure what night yet.
Okay.
I got to look at my busy schedule. I'll probably come a couple of times. Okay, thanks for joining us. We'll be
Thank
back with Luann after this. Well, Luann, it's no surprise to you that I'm not a huge fan of Katy Perry.
What?
But apparently, neither are a whole bunch of fans of BTS. Now, BTS is a Korean pop group,
yeah.
right?
Huge.
Oh my God, the success they're having.
Oh my gosh.
Wait, this is a whole total aside. There was another suicide by another BTS, like another Korean pop.
No.
It's like 3 in a matter of like a month. It's
They're so young.
There's something going on. It's a strange culture. I don't know. But anyway, that's not what I was going to tell you. So there's a thing called the Jingle Ball 2019.
Okay.
It was a concert. And so BTS was on the bill. And so was Katy Perry.
Katy Perry.
So I saw a clip of Katy singing. She just doesn't sound good.
She doesn't?
No, she doesn't. She's just not a good singer. But anyway, she came, I don't know whether she came after BTS or before BTS, but she got out there and she says to the crowd, thanks for sticking around or something. I know that it's probably past most of your bedtimes. Because BTS has a younger fan base. They, not only did they not laugh at her joke, they didn't clap for her singing. They didn't react to her singing.
Really?
They gave her the biggest cold shoulder. They were not happy with Katy Perry.
I wonder how she felt.
Well, probably like she just met me. No, and what's really weird is they have a thing called the ARMY, the BTS ARMY,
yeah.
which stands for Adorable Representative MC for Youth. I don't know what that means, but that's what they call themselves. I think they were just looking for words that matched ARMY. So the BTS ARMY. So the ARMY was not having Katy Perry at the Jingle Ball.
Wow.
Yeah. Do you do Christmas cards? I think I've asked you this.
No, I don't.
It's the birthday of Sir Henry Cole. No, it's not his birthday. I'm a liar. On this date in 1843, he sent the first
clump of
commercial
coal.
Christmas card. He created the first commercial Christmas card.
Ah, really?
Lump of coal.
Well, his name is Cole.
Sir Henry Cole. What does it say? December the 9th. Yes. Christmas card, 1843. This is Christmas card day.
Wow.
Yeah.
All of those that I don't send.
We should look into that whole automated thing.
Yes. Yeah. Design your own and
We gotta
stuff.
call
and then,
Marnie Stone. She knows all about that.
Yeah, you just call up and you say, okay, here's the stuff, and they send it off for you. They create them and
Okay,
everything.
in the news, do you talk about that volcano?
Yes.
That's coming up, right? Mm-hmm. Okay, so the news is next. Stay tuned. It's all across the world and right here in Sault Ste. Marie. And it's this lady here.
From Women in Crisis, and I am here with Amanda Bouchard as we are nearing the end of our 16 days of activism against gender-based violence, which is a time to take action to end violence against women and girls around the world. We had 16 days, we have 16 women, and we had 16 bouquets of roses. We at Women in Crisis, along with the help of Superior Media, are on day 15 of shining the light on the incredible actions of individuals in this community who are working to end violence against women. The roses being presented are in memory of the 14 women who lost their lives on December 6, 1989, and in honor of all women who have died or endured gender-based violence. So thank you so much, Amanda, for meeting us here today. You have been nominated by a member of our community for your strength, your courage, your work and passion towards ending violence against women, and for your dedication to bringing change to future generations. Specifically, you have been nominated by your dedication and work to helping women end violence against women on your own. So thank you so much for being a light in this community.
Thanks so much. I definitely know that I'm in the right place. My heart is there. I can honestly say that I've walked in these women's shoes, so my work's really important to me. So.
Thank you so much. Remember, one candle can light thousands. Amanda is one of many who are working hard to end violence against women in this community. Stay with us for our final day as we continue to shine the light for those that are working hard to end gender-based violence. Want to help? Visit womenincrisis.ca today because ending violence against women starts with you.
A special weather statement has been issued for Sault Ste. Marie and St. Joseph Island. Freezing rain likely today. Precipitation associated with an approaching Colorado low will move into portions of northeastern Ontario this morning or early afternoon. Several hours of freezing rain are possible in some areas from into this evening. At this point, the greatest threat of freezing rain will likely be from just south of Elliott Lake towards Sudbury and areas north of the city of North Bay, where freezing rain warnings have already been issued. Freezing rain warnings may be expanded to other areas if required. Ontario is investing in new transit and road infrastructure projects in Sault Ste. Marie and Batchewana First Nation. Sioux MPP Ross Romano announced the Ontario government is investing close to $5 million in 6 transit and road infrastructure projects in Sault Ste. Marie and Batchewana First Nation. The projects are now with the federal government for final funding decisions as they are reviewed for eligibility under the ICIP program. If approved, the nominated projects will be eligible for total funding of more than $15.3 million from the federal, provincial, and municipal governments. Chief of Batchewana First Nation, Dean Sayers, said the leadership of Batchewana First Nation has been working diligently to create new economic opportunities and as such has seen exponential growth over the last decade. He added that Batchewana people have a right to live in their community and this funding helps that vision come to fruition. A bit of sweets and some friendly competition can go a long way for Sault College and Habitat for Humanity. Students from the PR and Events Management program hosted the gingerbread block build, with all proceeds headed straight to Habitat for Humanity.
We are upstairs at Rome's in the old cooking school. Rome's has been a big sponsor for our event. So we're here today on behalf of Habitat for Humanity and we're having a gingerbread house building competition. We've got 7 teams. They're all competing to be best on the block. All proceeds are going to Habitat for Humanity, and so we're raising money and we're having a lot of fun. Rome's provided us with the gingerbread house kits, so that was very generous of them. We didn't have to worry about that. Bulk Barn, they gave us a nice discount on the candy, so we could provide them with a plethora of candy. Then we also have extra candy for sale up at the front, as well as extra permits that teams can get that is either going to put them ahead in the competition or kind of sabotage other opponents rather.
I was so shocked when I walked in. I'm so happy. It's an event that they used to run it, they ran it once or twice at Habitat, and it never went like this. So I'm very impressed.
The Sault's paramedic team is doing its part for the holidays with 2 food drives on Saturday at No Frills and Food Basics. The EMS teams continued their tradition of collecting cash and food donations for the local soup kitchen.
We are at Food Basics on Trunk Road. We also have a second location at No Frills on Cora Road. What we're doing is we are collecting either perishables or diapers, a little toy, or money, and all of that's going to be going to the soup kitchen. We feel that Christmas should be a time of, joy when you're spending it with your family, and if we're able to alleviate the stress of either, getting food or giving them like a comfort place to go at the soup kitchen, we think that's an important thing that we offer. We deal with a lot of people who do use the soup kitchen, and sometimes we even pick up people from there. So we just like to give back to people who we've personally had the experience of meeting. The turnout's been great. We've been at this location since 10 a.m. and so far we have collected over 325 pounds of food. Yeah, that's not including what we have on for display, and for the cash donations we have received over $300 so far.
New Zealand volcanic island spewed a massive eruption while dozens of tourists were exploring it today. At least one death is confirmed. The site was still too dangerous hours later for police and rescuers to search for the missing.
Firstly, we initially believed that there were 100 people on or near the island. We now know that there is fewer than 50. Some of these people have been transported to shore. However, there is a number still remaining on the island who are currently unaccounted for. I can confirm there is one fatality, and based on information we have, there's likely to be more. A number of injured people have been transported to Whakatane Hospital and Murawa Hospital.
Want to say a huge thank you to KC Security for sponsoring the show, Mornings with Luann and Tim, every morning. We so appreciate it, you guys. Do you know who Lizzo is?
Yes, she's
Yes.
is she? She's not just a rapper, is she? Because she actually like sings and raps. But I mean, like,
she can do whatever she wants to do
And boy,
at
she
this
can move.
point.
Boy,
Yeah,
she can move.
she can so move.
She had the tiny purse on the runway.
Yes, like tiny,
American
like this
Music Awards
big.
or
It was
whatever.
kind of odd. I don't get it, but whatever. She was very recently at a Lakers game, and she was sitting in her seat and she was just dancing away in her seat, and the crowd was just loving it because, of course, she's bigger than life. So you know when she's in the room because she's very flamboyant and she, funny and talented and brilliant. Well, she showed off her thong.
What? Excuse me, what?
She was working with the cheerleaders,
Okay.
kind of trying to follow along and stuff. But when I saw the picture of the thong, in my mind, it looked like there was just a big hole in the back of her dress
What do you mean?
with her thong hanging out.
So
I
she
don't
wore
know.
a dress.
Yeah, it seemed like to me.
Okay.
She didn't pull anything down or pull anything up. Let's put it that way.
She didn't pull anything down or pull anything up, but you could see her thong
Yes,
through a crack in her dress. What?
through a hole.
In her dress.
Like you could see the whole of her thong and surrounding area.
Surrounding area meaning her bum cheeks.
Yes.
Wait.
Yeah, see, so there she's wearing
There
the
she's
dress.
wearing the dress.
And she's dancing and grooving.
And then is there a shot of the thong? No way. So I don't so she didn't. But
No,
did
it's seemingly like
she bend
didn't-
over?
Well, she just kind of was
With her hands
doing
up?
the twerk.
She was twerking, and
So maybe it just slipped
now
up. I
here's
don't know.
the other thing I'd like to ask you, because I mean she's a. Where did the thong? Mm-hmm. You could see which part of the thong, the top part. So you saw just bare butt cheeks. Twerking. And was that on TV?
I don't know. I saw it online.
Was it like basketball dribbling?
Kind of sort of.
I saw a guy.
I wish I could twerk.
I saw
think
a guy.
my hips are like too old now.
Was it Kobe? Is that his name? Is he a big basketball guy? Kobe Bryant?
Yeah.
Or something like that?
Yeah, okay.
I saw a video of this guy, and I think it was him. And he was doing this thing where he's walking down the court, and he's like, dribble, walk, dribble. So apparently he stopped dribbling, and then he held the ball in his hands, and then he started to dribble again, and that's against the rules.
Right, yeah.
And the one guy on the opposing team is like, that's a foul, or whatever it is.
A
The other
penalty.
team is supposed to get the ball.
Right.
And they didn't do it. And I said to Alex Parr, who is our sports guru here on TV, if you haven't seen his show, watch it. I said, so that's against the rules. They should give the, right?
Yeah.
And he said, yeah, it is. And I said, why don't they stop it? He said, because that guy owns basketball. Because basketball, they don't go by the rules. That guy would have a meltdown because he's such a huge star. I think it was Kobe, I can't be sure. He's such a huge star, he'd have a meltdown and it wouldn't be worth it. So they just let him get away with it.
That's terrible.
What's the point of having rules in the game if you don't let celebrities?
Why do you want to play against a team like that?
Right? But he said, no, it's all about money and agents and personality. And so if he wants to not dribble the ball, He said it happens all the time in basketball. That these
That's
guys are
terrible.
celebrities and they can get away with bending the little rules. And
You know what, though? On the other hand, there is a first-time mother referee in the NBA. She's been a referee for 3 or 4 years. She's come back to work after her maternity leave. She's the first mother that's ever been employed by the NBA as
that's
a
a
ref.
nice segue, because our next segment is called She Leads, and
There
it's
you
about
go.
an evening coming up, sponsored by the Chamber of Commerce and some other sponsors, all about women in business and
terrific.
breaking the glass ceiling kind of thing, or fixing the broken rung. We'll talk about that with Rory Ring when we come back after this. I am joined by our friend Rory Ring from the Chamber of Commerce and Mary Ann Grabelli. Nice to meet you.
Good to meet you.
So She Leads is, what concept is this? Tell me about it.
Well, we do, on International Women's Day, we do a celebration for women that are in business. It's a breakfast, and we also do the Athena Leadership Award. And
Yes.
we wanted to build some more momentum around the concepts of celebrating leadership and diversity of leadership in our community, and certainly feature some of our members as well from the Chamber of Commerce that are really doing great things for our community. So RBC, we have 2 young ladies that sit on our board of directors, Karen Bird and Trish Porco, came to me with this idea that they wanted to do something to celebrate women leadership. And so we built this concept called She Leads. And within that, it'll have 2 panels. One panel is I Lead, and that's what Mary's participating on. So, it's about the individual characteristics, how you bring leadership to your work environment, and just as an individual promote diversity in the workplace. And the other is We Lead. So that's really how, as a leader, you start to bring organizational capacity to support diversity and women leadership, and just build the ability of women to participate in an organization and lead an organization.
Mary, your experience, what's your background?
So I went to school for mining, actually, so very male-dominated industry. Now I work in an environmental firm. We're consultants and engineers.
You're with Pynchon?
Yes, I am, and so it's been interesting. Yeah.
You were telling me that when you first started, you were 21 years old. You were up where?
Up in White River.
White River.
Yes.
Working with
350 men. We were building 2 hydro dams, and I was one of about 5 women up there. So
you were up there as an environmental
monitor.
Making sure that everything they were doing was
catching spills, within regulation, all that good stuff.
Can you imagine telling 350 men they're wrong?
Pick up
or how to do it.
You can't even get a guy to pick up his socks at home. Never mind clean up
It hasn't changed.
Guilty as charged.
Really, how many females versus male? What was the ratio?
Well, whatever, 5 women to
70 to 1.
Yeah, with good math.
Really, eh? Mm-hmm. Okay, that was your initial experience.
I jumped right in. Yeah.
How did it go? I mean,
it was rough. It's really hard to tell people. It doesn't matter. Like, if you're young, it's hard to tell people what to do, and if you're a 21-year-old female on a construction site, it's really hard to tell people what to do. But I just stuck to it and did it.
You stuck to it.
Yeah.
So then, how? I was talking about, when we were talking before the show, we were talking about shattering the glass ceiling, and there was an analogy about there's a missing rung. Can you talk a little bit about that, about how to try to get to where women want to be? It's not a matter of, you go.
Yeah, honestly, I just did it. I just stuck with it. I had kind of, not gonna lie, no plan. I just kept working, kept trying to, network and make sure people in a way respected me.
So networking is a big part of this, right?
Yeah, so She Leads will have a networking component to it. We're going to do, a She Leads bingo type
like
thing
an
with
icebreaker
questions,
thing?
and so get to win some prizes, have some fun. So going through and filling out, like, is the person left-handed? Do they have a display at today's event, or what's an unusual hobby?
Or find a former Athena winner.
Yeah, find the former Athena winner. Were they born in Sault Ste. Marie?
So you got to go around and ask people, and then
Yeah.
they have to fill out the card for you. And when you get the full card, then you can put winner prize.
Absolutely, so because part of this is about building relationships and supporting each other. Not
sharing
just
stories,
yeah,
right?
and not just women sharing stories, but men as well. I mean, this is open to men because we need to make sure that we're a voice around that table. To say, hey, this is not appropriate behavior. I was speaking to somebody who, in Toronto with the Ontario Chamber of Commerce was in a meeting, and basically somebody referred to her as, hey, you little girl. Right, and you need somebody to stand up.
I think Mary would
Can you
stand up.
imagine?
Yeah.
Can you imagine? So somebody around that table, and yes, it should be a man, should say that that's inappropriate behavior. So this is part of what we're trying to do as a Chamber of Commerce, is to create that dialogue.
It should be a man, or it could be a woman saying that's inappropriate too. And
It's very right. Yes.
You've got some heavy hitters here. Ozma Vesna is going to be your Master of Ceremonies.
Yes.
Is that right?
Yes.
From Algoma University.
Algoma.
And then Wendy Hansen.
Yep.
She's the new CEO from the
New
hospital.
CEO. I had a great conversation with her last week. Boy, she's a sharp cookie and very dynamic. And, she does a lot of stuff in the medical innovation space as well. So she's going to be fantastic.
Ravi from Greenhouse Spa.
Yeah,
Gonna be
some
there.
entrepreneurs as well, which is fantastic.
So they're going to be. So it's not just sharing stories, but it's also talking about how to make the changes. Is that part of the idea as well?
Mary, in your experience, how important has it been to have a male mentor or a mentor or somebody supportive within the organization? I mean, obviously, 21.
Yeah.
And being a female in a male-dominated industry. Where did you find your support?
I have an amazing team, and thankfully I work for a really progressive company, so there was kind of no boundaries and no inequality in it. My bosses are fantastic, and they kind of just accepted whatever I threw at them, so I would tell them the nitty-gritty, like the problems that I was having specifically at this job site, and they just accepted it and were like, this is how you should deal with it as a person, not as a man or a woman, and so I'm so fortunate to have them.
Now that's key. Is that a good leader? The qualities that a good leader has nothing to do with gender.
Exactly.
I mean, a good leader is a leader. So what qualities do you think make a great leader?
I think, well, it's really close to what the actual definition is, but just the act of motivating people towards a common goal. So I don't even think it's, a group of people or anything, just motivating people in general to do something better. That's what a leader is.
And that's kind of the whole purpose of this event, is to motivate people to become leaders in their fields, right?
Yeah, absolutely. I always say that your best tools are your ears, right?
Mm-hmm.
You've got two of them and only one mouth. So,
but to affect the change, like that whole broken rung thing,
Yep.
how do you put the rung back in the ladder so that women can actually climb the ladder? I mean, if the rung isn't there, you can't get up. So how do you put that rung back in?
well, I think it's up to organizations to realize that a diverse team makes better decisions, right? So including women in diversity in your leadership teams really actually helps you make better decisions, right? So it's not just better for those people, but it's better for the organization. It can be better for the community. So I think it's just that realization, that a diverse workforce will advance you further than just being in narrow-mindedness.
So you're welcoming gentlemen as well to come to this, obviously,
Absolutely.
to hear the message.
I think
this is
it's
not
very
just
important.
a women's event.
Yeah, I think it's very important to make sure that we have a diverse audience at She Leads as well.
All right, so this is when?
Thursday.
This coming Thursday at the Machine Shop,
At the
5:30
machine shop,
to 9:30.
9:30. So 5:30 to 6:30 is networking, reception, light hors d'oeuvres. Then we'll have our first panel, then a break in the middle, and then 8:30 to 9:30 again is open networking. And
Sounds like a great
reception.
evening. How do we get tickets?
At the Chamber website.
Which is?
Yes, just go on to the events, www.ssmcoc.com events.
ssmcoc.com?
Yes, sir.
Mary, nice meeting you.
Good to meet you, Ted.
Oh, that's a handshake. Wow. She did work
work with a lot of men.
350 men. Rory.
Always a pleasure, my friend.
Likewise. Good luck with the
Yep.
event, and we'll be back to say goodbye with Luann right after this.
Thank you again to KC Security, and thank you for watching this morning. We certainly hope you have a good rest of your Monday.
KC Security is going to be doing a couple more, I think this Saturday and Sunday. I'll check. They're coming on the show to talk about it, but they're doing another Stuff a Cruiser.
Awesome.
For the community to get with the food bank. No, it's with Harvest Algoma.
Yes.
So I'll let you know when and where those donations will be accepted. And in the meantime, we'll see you tomorrow on Mornings with Luann and Tim. Have a great Monday.